It's the Rundown. It's presented by Phillips Norelco. The Rocket, you got yourself a nice little beard, right?
I'm sorry, what?
You got yourself a nice beard.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty nice.
You got to have the nicest tools. The beard life is, you got a nice beard, too.
I got a little bit,
You're known for the mustache, obviously,
I know.
but you've had a beard now for a while.
Well, here's what it is. I haven't changed. It's that there's a certain weight limit where I can't go mustache because then it's just my fat neck.
That was going to be my point.
I haven't gotten below the
one.
weight limit. So when I do shave my beard, you just know I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
When it goes back to mustache.
If you see the stash out, Dan's
it's like
sexy.
I feel really good.
And when you do shave that beard off, when you do it, when you do it, because you're gonna reach it, Dan.
Yeah.
You're gonna reach it. Well, no, you're not.
No, probably not.
You're gonna get fatter.
I'll try.
You're gonna get fatter.
Oh yeah, baby weight for like the dad.
Yeah, no, I'll try though, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. All you can do is try in life.
What's your highest? What's your biggest? Like what period of time?
I think it's like every winter for the last 5 winters.
Yeah.
There's a couple
Baby
pictures.
weight's gonna hit you, bro.
There's a couple pictures that aren't like in the Fat Picture Hall of Fame that are like low key. Like I was just standing and like I look like someone took a pump to me.
That one,
you look good, though.
That one, volume 3 on your tweet, man. The one picture where I thought you had shirts on, like extra shirts. As
the Detroit one? Yeah, that one's an all-timer.
But my point was, almost everybody here eventually discovered that the beard makes you look less fat.
Yes.
Dave, once he figured it out, he hasn't had it, he didn't shave his beard in years.
I do the beard because like my face is too
young.
skinny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Either way, the beard, is key, but you can't just have some scraggly bullshit. You got to have a nice groomed one, and that's where the Phillips Norelco comes in. You want a clean shave all the way, you can do that. You want to trim it up, you can do that as well with the Phillips Norelco Shaver 6000. It's get rid of the blade, doing the the old school metal blade. Get out of here. We're going modern world technology now to make sure that your beard looks on point. And you got Father's Day coming up. That's actually a gift that your father will appreciate and actually use, as opposed to like a tie or a power tool of some sort. So it's the Rundown, Phillips Norelco style. We start with women's soccer. The United States just dropped a bomb on Thailand, and fucking that's right. World domination is upon us, and Canada is crying their eyes out.
Bad week for Canada.
Big time.
Contradictory,
soft. Yeah. I mean,
there's still time.
They can't stay out of the news for all the wrong reasons, talking about how there was no class, there was no dignity, how it was disgraceful. Like, you would have thought that they were, like, spitting, like, racial slurs and spitting on people the way they were talking. Like, they just ran up the score and celebrated because they're on the greatest stage of all, and they fucking dominated. And now I want the women to put up 1,000 goals.
That's not even new for like women's soccer either. Because what was it? Was it Mia Hamm that did the over the shirt thing? Or was it someone else?
Brandy Chastain when she popped the top off.
Yeah.
They've all, I mean, everybody in soccer celebrates always.
Yeah, like, but I guess it's just, I don't know.
It's
different
the
when
13.
It's like 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, this is the Canadian sportscasters that had this take. That was like when we joke about like tweeting through it or blogging through it. The famous one when Dave tried to blog through Edgartown's Shark, and he got duped on the internet and then wrote 15 blogs
Just
that night.
Push it down the page.
Just randomly, just wrote. When we used to have a main page that only held like 20 blogs. This is them. They're like we were obviously shown as being classless on Monday. And now we're going to reverse it and try to tweet through it. And it's not, guess what? You're fucking idiots because 13 is awesome.
It's sick. It's great. I think women's sports needs like all the exposure and like hype they can get.
Yeah.
It has put them on the map. We're talking about it. I know the names. I'm interested. I want to see what they do next. So that's a good thing. I think anytime you have endorsement money and marketing money on the line, that's a good thing.
Also,
and pitying someone and like taking your foot off the gas is worse. That's more disrespectful.
I would so much rather have a team hang 13 on you in soccer than have them like kick the ball around for 30 minutes being like, you guys are so bad.
Play monkey in the middle with you and be like, you're scrubs. Fuck
Weren't
that.
you guys talking on radio about how like if either one of you guys on the Yak subbed in for
someone called in and said that. Yeah, if they just plopped you in, could you stop more shots? I said yes, just because I was like a foot taller than the I probably would need some training. If they just plop me in there.
A goal is 8 yards long.
Yeah, if they plop me in there, I would definitely give up more goals. But if they gave me some training, I think just pure size, I would be better than the
This is Dan's thing is always he needs like a little bit of training.
Just a little bit of training.
KC radio hypothetical is always like, give me a month and I can do it.
No, and the training is like I don't even do my job. I just go train.
Right, 24/7.
3 months off from my life. Send me to the best soccer academy. And I think I'd give up 12 goals.
What was it? 36? It was 36 shots.
13 goals on 36 shots.
Yeah, I mean,
that's actually not that bad by her. That's actually should probably change.
In soccer?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Soccer,
Like I feel
dreadful.
like I probably would give up more. Yeah, I'd probably give up 20.
I think so. I think
I'd
you would give up.
every
We said on TCK whatever the 36 shots on goal.
36 goals. Yeah, I would get out of the way. My wrists are too dainty. Like if you ever like kicked a soccer ball at me as hard as you could, like it would just
jam those fingers, man. It's a disaster. Either way, now I want the girls to just absolutely annihilate them. I want to face Canada in group play, even though this was just like an analyst talking. I now blame the Canadian team.
the whole country's at fault.
And I'm also, head over heels in love with Alex Morgan. Just
Oh,
want to
yeah.
put that out there. Continuing with Canada here, we put up a video on the Barstool Sports Twitter using the very popular, very well-known Photoshop video meme of the bar celebrating whatever you Photoshop onto the big screen. It was a video from last World Cup, I think an English soccer team, and people Photoshop all sorts of shit on there. I saw a Homeward Bound one. There's the one with the DVD symbols bouncing around, and we put one up that said...
You just made one of me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, from when we were in Vegas for the winter meetings, and like the dude was like shitting on Chris Sale on TV, and then I hopped in the screen and took his microphone.
Oh, yeah, it was great. So this was Canada, the Raptors fans celebrating Kevin Durant's injury, which was very funny because seeing them like erupt as he falls over and holds his Achilles, very funny. The amount of Canadians and blue check Twitter who were like, "That's actually fake. Look at this. It's sunlight versus the nighttime. This is from a different." The guy who put all the arrows around be like, "Look, there's ashtrays. This must be in Europe. There's soccer jerseys. This is a soccer game." That has to be, short of the Edgartown Shark, the worst like internet duping I've ever seen. Where I honestly think like that guy once he got flooded with his mentions, I think I would delete my account.
Yeah, throw my phone in the ocean.
Done.
Like,
I need like a new identity. I would need a whole new life.
But I
That's
bet,
so
I bet you
embarrassing.
someone in that position is still gonna like double down on it.
Well, no, that's
like,
what they did.
It's not my fault that I
Well,
didn't
no,
know.
the double down, which I love because it exposes these fucking assholes for who they are and how like broken their brains are. When one guy's like, "Oh, this is clearly fake," and they're like, they're like, "Barstool Sports, be better." And someone's like, "Dude, it's a joke. It's a funny joke." He's like, "I don't care. It's a trash website." It's like, you just proved, like, that is a joke. We are, we do jokes.
Very popular
because
one.
the joke's at your expense, and it's not even at your expense,
Not at
really.
all.
You have a hissy fit, and like, well, they're a trash website. Fuck out of here.
Like the better move there, that guy needs to follow up with a tweet being like, "Hand up."
Yeah.
Yikes, I look like an idiot.
bad.
And I would have been like,
got
all right,
that.
cool. But he just goes silent, and everyone else jumping in. And I mean, Dave had a field day. Dave,
Oh, yeah.
Dave was vintage Dave, like coming up with excuses, trying to argue that it was
Triple T
real.
Tavern.
Triple T's. They have
Yeah, the Toronto
light-changing
Tavern, yeah.
windows
Yeah.
that makes it look like the daytime, and stoolies were like rallying around him. But I mean, that also shows like if you're on the internet at all, and you don't know that meme, that whatever you want to call
You're
it.
just not on the internet.
I mean, yeah, like you're just bad at your job.
Yeah, like how could you be an internet person and not know that meme's been going around for like a year.
And it's a very funny one.
year.
Like I laugh every single time.
Right.
Like it's always well done. It's
at the point now where it's almost like it's stale.
overdone.
outdated.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't
It
just do
like
it every
almost
time.
kind of came back because of all this.
Right.
But yeah, it was like dead at that point.
And it's so clearly it's so clear what it is.
Right,
Like
right.
you just look at it, you're like, "Oh, that's England. That's a soccer game." And
so stupid.
these fucking idiots, God.
Tonight, Game 7, the segment's brought to you by PointsBet. You sign up for PointsBet with code BARSTOOL, and you make any bet on the Stanley Cup and get a $100 bonus, no turnover required. So tonight, obviously in Boston, Game 7 for all the marbles on PointsBet. Who you betting, Dan?
I don't think anyone who has like a strong conviction either way
Coin flip?
is just lying.
I mean, usually by the time you get to 7, it is a coin flip. and
Right.
I feel like usually people just go with the home team, right?
Right, and then I mean, I will probably bet the over, knowing it's gonna lose, but just being like, what if?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, there's no way a Game 7's gonna go over
No.
like this. Like, no
It'll be
way.
1-1 and it'll go like triple overtime.
But I don't care. I'll still do it.
The Blackhawks had a Game 7.
They didn't have a Game 7 in the
They
Stanley Cup.
had an
They've
overtime
they've had
clincher, though, right?
Yeah, they lost to the Kings in Game 7 in 14. They beat the Red Wings in Game 7. I think that was 13. But they won all the Game 6s in the Stanley Cups they won.
That
So they
one,
didn't
like,
have
Patrick Kane had like the series clinching goal that was kind of like a weird goal, right?
Yeah,
he was the only one who knew it went in.
Yeah,
right?
that was Game 6 against Philly in
Right.
2010.
So it wasn't. You didn't go to Game 7, but you had like a walk off.
Yeah, we had an overtime winning
is-
goal. Yeah.
I mean, that's when you get to overtime of an elimination game.
It's
gotta
crazy.
Just be the fucking worst.
Well, that was what I was saying on the radio. Like, of all the, the Hawks won 3 cups, and they were in like all these huge games. And the one I remember most vividly, obviously not fondly, was 2014 because it was Game 7 home, in Chicago, and it was overtime, and the Kings won with like just a puck over Crawford's shoulders. Like, wait, that's it? Ugh. Like the finality of a Game 7 overtime is so insane. The pressure, like any slip.
And I feel like they often go to overtime because it's like they're
any
too
little
evenly
mistake,
matched.
anything could
Or
happen.
you run out of gas,
and you're
get
just
tired.
like, wait, turn the lights back on. Like, we got to keep playing.
So YP said today to Rocket that tonight's game is more important than more intense.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He said like the anticipation and the anxiety leading up to tonight's game was more than what it was leading up to Game 7 of the 2004 ALCS between the Red Sox and Yankees. Not even close. Like, I can understand, like, the Blues have never won a Stanley Cup. I get that. It's a Game 7.
Personal
I get
thing,
that.
Though. It's personally for him.
But historically speaking.
Right, but personally for him, this is his life.
But he even said, like, yeah, put it out there, but like all like your people will just agree with it. It's like,
I mean, I think when you include an 86-year curse, the biggest rivalry in sports,
the
But
fact
it's
that
all
they were in
personal,
Game
yeah.
7.
yeah, but I'm saying, but objectively, like the Bruins
storyline
winning,
wise,
the Blues winning the
he
cup
tried
is
to say,
not-
because I was like, it's the greatest comeback in sports history. They were down 3-0. They came back, and no team had ever forced a Game 7. Never mind,
about-
1-1. He was like, well, the Blues were in last place in January.
How about the Indians and Cubs in Game 7 World Series?
Yeah, that was nuts.
I mean, like
Crazy.
those, you want to talk about curse and everything, but it's all
does parking
personal.
lot.
But it's all personal.
Yeah, but I think you can objectively, I could say, like, if the Mets were to be in it, I'd be like, well, but the Yankees Red Sox with the reverse sweep on the line and an 86-year curse is a bigger, more,
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't
dramatic
intend
moment.
to have a dick measuring contest with YP.
no, those
It
are
was
the worst.
The
Like,
Well,
saying
have you
like
seen
how
everything
this game
flopping
used
around?
to
That's
be-
true.
You don't want to fucking measure
The
it
conversation
against-
It's a very
started
stupid
because he was
thing
like,
to-
I
yeah.
can't. We were at the gym last night. He's like, I can't focus because like Game 7, this and that. He's like, you've never been in a Game 7, like you wouldn't understand. And I was like, yes, I have. And he said, and he was trying to say that like the anticipation for that Game 7 doesn't compare to his anticipation for this Game 7. I'm like,
Why
that is
don't
not
we just
true.
settle with any Game 7 for a championship is pretty big.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'm out here just watching regular season Subway Series games like it's the end of the fucking world, so I can't imagine what a Game 7 would be
That
like.
sucks. Your life, like as a sports
Okay,
fan,
that's
has
enough. We'll
no
move on to the
purpose.
next topic of the rundown here, Jared.
really doesn't.
That's enough. So going kind of back to the Twitter fucking brigade and the losers of the bunch, Dave encountered one in the wild. Usually we see them on the keyboard.
Are you gonna ask me who's gonna win the fucking game tonight?
Who's going to win the fucking game tonight?
Bruins.
Okay. Let's go Blues.
Thanks for the analysis.
Hockey.
Right, Rocket.
Hockey Rocket.
Hell yeah.
Dave encountered one of these losers in the wild, on the street. I guess he just like kind of leaned out his window of his car and just said, "Bully!"
Give me your example. Now you're quiet. I ask people to talk, just stare. Give me an example. What? Oh, you want to do it behind the scenes like I asked for example. Well, then don't open your mouth, big mouth. Big mouth got quiet. Big mouth got quiet.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah, that's like credit to that guy. That's kind of a funny move.
See, it'd be funny, like,
But he was
when he
genuinely
was
upset.
serious.
He looked like he was on the verge of tears.
Yeah,
Dave
yeah,
confronted
and
him.
also
Right.
to stop saying it as soon as the camera
Well,
comes
so
out.
Dave pulls out
is a
his
loser
phone and he
move.
says, "What'd you say? You called me a bully? Give me one example of me being a bully. Give me one example of all these things people say about Barstool." And the guy just goes, "Frozen pizza."
I mean, Dave
like,
bullied him into not answering.
Yeah, I know. I was
did
going to
bully
say,
him.
you
That's
could have just
funny.
been like, right now, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to tweet this to 900,000 people
And
like,
then
this
Dave-
is a bully
Dave
move.
going, "Big mouth got quiet. Big mouth got quiet," in his like sing-song bully voice was perfect.
There's also, like, there are times to go after Dave Portnoy when he's
In Game 7 mode of a
Boston, in
championship.
Game 7
On
mode.
his turf,
He's
yeah.
walking, like, he basically feels like the biggest man in the world right now.
But you know what that guy said? He was like, "Well, I don't want to be in this video, so like that's why I'm not talking." And it's like, well, you don't get to just pick and choose when you get to throw shots at people. And like,
Right.
you're gonna
Also,
do it
if
on
you-
the internet, you're gonna do it out here,
Yeah.
you're gonna do it on TV, on this forum, that forum, to these people. Well, you got to be able to back it up at all times. Then you fucking
Also,
assholes.
if you don't want to be in the video, the minute Dave takes out his camera, you just don't say another word. And then Dave will tweet
Right.
a video being like, this guy
guy
called me
said
a
all the-
bully. And we're
Yeah,
like, what?
yeah, right.
He's just driving.
Right. And then as he drives away, you can't hear him, but he's like, ah,
Yeah.
barking out the window. I mean, imagine that. Imagine like you're screaming at someone on the fucking street because you don't like the website. And by the way, this all goes down right in front of a Soul Cycle.
Oh,
so in the
yeah, I
background
saw
of the
that
video is
part.
the Soul
That was
Cycle.
so good.
Hashtag I was once cucked.
Yeah, he could have just been like, hey, how about that company that you made them
Imagine
shut
that
down
if
their
the guy-
social media
if the guy
because your
just
girlfriend
If he was
cheated
just like,
on you.
scoreboard.
Yeah, right.
Soul Cycle.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Who the fuck says that though? Bully.
I think it's like that
In Boston.
in its own is very funny though to yell out at someone and be like, "You're a bully."
And you're just driving away. Speaking of driving away for the after show, your boy Nate went to O.A.R. last night. You know, he's plugged in with Upper Revolution. He played the Tambo for them last summer, and he was with Fights and Bob Fox and Kate. And, you know, Nate's basically a member of the band at this point. He was getting loose afterwards. He's partying after the show. Everyone was getting after it. Nate fell asleep on the tour bus, ended up in North Carolina.
What?
So you're just learning of this
I'm
now?
just learning this right now.
Yeah, no, he's there. They have a show tonight, and I think they're letting him like play the tambourine tonight.
I think so. I think he's basically like part of the band now.
I asked them.
amazing.
We had them on today, and I was like, "When does your tour actually end?" He said September. So like Nate potentially
That
could
would
be
be
gone
so
for the entire
funny.
summer. Just go.
So he just fell asleep on
He
the
said,
tour bus?
Richard, the guitarist from O.A.R., said, like, they do this all the time. They call them, he's like, when we have victims, like, guests show up and we just, like, party with them and just, like, throw them into the fire. And we usually say to them, hey, why don't you hop on the bus and come with us? Or we're going to go to Seattle next. Why don't you come? And he's like, and like 99% of the time, people say, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Nate was just like,
That's actually
okie dokie.
an awesome move by O.A.R.
Yeah.
to just
Right,
try to
just,
like
like,
kidnap people
honorary
like that,
band-
but
yeah,
like
that's what
in
he
a
said.
nice way.
Yep, just kidnap them and like make them party the way they do. And Nate is now perfect time to do it. Like Dave's not here.
They didn't realize when they asked Nate that. He's like, I
That's
got
it.
nothing.
Yeah,
I'm in.
I mean he'll be there till September now, guys. I hope you knew what you were getting into. But imagine that you just wake up in the morning like, oh, I'm in fucking.
I don't even
North
think that's
Carolina
like a
on the
bad
bus.
hangover. I think that's just.
You just gotta keep drinking.
Yeah, like if he was hammered enough to agree to that, if he's sober, he's like, I can't do it. But the alcohol helped him make a decision that he really did want to make. Like he didn't wake up with regrets.
No.
He probably woke up and was like, hell yeah, like I'm in a rock band
Like
now.
yeah, like this is a dream come true.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm
if
happy
you're,
for him.
If you are in Raleigh, North Carolina tonight, and you are going to the O.A.R. concert, be on the lookout for your boy Nate Dogg. He'll be
Oh my God.
whacking
That's
that
awesome.
Tambo.
That is awesome.
And Game 7 tonight, Pebble Beach, Tiger. Barstool Radio will be live at Pebble Beach tomorrow.
Need a David Ortiz pump up video before Game 7.
Yeah, I don't
What
think
if they
that's
just
probably
wheel
gonna
them
happen. You think
out?
it's gonna
Yeah,
happen?
I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know
If
if
they
it's
wheeled
gonna
them out, that would be the craziest
Imagine
move.
if he
in
just did
sports
like
history.
the George Bush, just like
Yeah, no, if they literally brought the stretcher and just like went out on the carpet and then just brought him back in.
I don't know if there's gonna be like a video
Minahan's
of
tweet,
him.
and I thought that was pretty on point. Like I don't think that's what David Ortiz is worried about right now.
Yeah.
I think he's got
No, I'm
health
saying
and
like
like
a tribute
and,
video.
Oh, okay, not
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
new like okay.
Yeah, oh yeah,
A different
Coley,
story.
Coley
Like
made the
if
point they could just put a
if they
picture of
literally
him up.
show a
Yeah.
video of like his
the montage
highlights,
that-
and then at the end like the "This is our fucking city" speech.
Done.
Game over. Bruins by 7.
But I also, I mean, is this a Boston thing? This banner waiver?
Yeah.
Is
It's a
that-
Bruins thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, I've just heard so much about
Yeah.
is Brady going to be the banner guy and all the guys who did the flag. I'm like,
Yeah.
is this a
So who's
hockey
it gonna
thing
be?
or a,
It's
well,
well,
we don't know.
I can't say
I,
who
I
it's
saw
not.
another tweet like I have confirmed it's not going to be Brady.
Yeah.
It just seems like a big fucking deal that I've never heard about. Like,
So you know who it's gonna be?
I don't know who it's gonna be. No, I didn't know
Maybe-
that like Brady
why isn't
not
it-
being it was confirmed.
What if
It's
it
not
was-
Brady.
why is it a
The
why is it
Rocket.
Oh.
Well, what
not
if they did
Bruins guy.
like Pedro in an Ortiz jersey?
Pedro is on his way to Miami right now.
Manny?
Fuck, why do you know Pedro's fucking travel?
That
Guy hasn't pitched in like 10 years.
Yeah, that is weird.
What about maybe like Pablo Sandoval up there?
I mean, if you want to get the crowd rocking.
Yeah, fucking throwing shit at the Jumbotron.
Ooh, yeah, no, that'd be great.
No, all right. Outside of Ortiz and
have
Tom
to
Brady,
be like
who would you want it to be?
Paul Pierce in a diaper.
Ray Bork, Bobby Orr, like it's who the fuck are you gonna put out there? I think it's crazy that like if you want to get like a Bruins crowd rocking,
So they need
that
to
you
get,
gotta
like,
bring like a football
another
player.
They need
sport.
a little
Yeah.
banner and bring it to the hospital, and David Ortiz is just like this. That's the answer, right?
I mean, he's definitely well enough to be able to do that. He's
That's the
talking,
answer.
he's walking, like
Imagine.
yeah, why not?
Well, probably because a drug lord's trying to kill him.
In theory,
Well, in practice too. He got shot.
Yeah, that was.
Definitely
Yeah, I
put-
think that's
put
more
that
than
theory
in
into practice.
theory.
In a different country, though. I mean, it's.
That is true. Like
Yeah.
he's basically.
He might
safe
like
and sound.
now that he's in Boston, he might as well be in Fort Knox.
You'd hope. Let's hope. Yeah.
In theory. Right after he
got
got shot.
shot.
Like that's not theory anymore.
It's not theoretical.
No.
Very literal.
It's the
Very
opposite of
real.
Theory.
That's all right, Rocky.
That's the rundown.
Good
All right.
performance.